Hey guys, this is Kevin over at jazztime.com. Jazztime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you want to know the price of the watch, simply click on our links in the description below. We're greatly appreciated if you'll buy a watch from jazztime.com once in a while. Today I have the Rolex Day-Date 36. This is the model number 128238. We'll be going over the dial, bezel, case, crown, bracelet, clasp, and we'll talk about the movement towards the end of the video. So jumping right into the dial, we have the champagne dial with index hour markers. The index hour markers are non-luminous, meaning that they have no luminous filling, so that this watch is not easily read at night. There's just a solid 18 karat yellow gold hour markers and a nice mirror polish to give a nice little shine to the face of the watch. The champagne dial is of course a sunburst style dial. As with most Rolex dials, you can see as I have it in my light box here, you can see the sort of contrasting of a lighter areas on each portion of the dial with a contrasting darker shadow, and that actually helps complement that shine of the face of the watch. So when you're out and about and the sunlight sort of hits your watch, you'll see this beautiful sort of rotation of light around the dial of the watch, and that's actually in conjunction with the bezel as well. As this is an 18 karat yellow gold fluted bezel, fluted being the sort of edging that you see on the bezel instead of being a just smooth high polished bezel. It has these little ridges that also help capture light very nicely as well. You can see once again as I tilt it around a little bit in my light box, you can see the dancing of the shadows and the lights, and they work in conjunction together to make it very beautiful, very aesthetically pleasing to look at frontal face of the watch. But if you're not interested in the champagne dial, maybe you have too many champagne dials already in your collection, you can also opt for just a white dial, a dark gray dial, green dial, or you can obviously go more luxurious with diamond pave or gem set rubies for the hour markers. Besides that, it's just your typical day-date architecture. We have the day at the 12 o'clock position right above the Rolex crown logo, and of course the text of the Rolex Day-Date. I'll zoom in there so you can take a better look at that. And then we have the date at the 3 o'clock position. I do apologize. Let me go ahead and move this minute hand out of the way so you can actually see that. Okay. The date itself is actually magnified by a Cyclops lens on top of that sapphire crystal for magnification and easier viewing of that date. All right. As I've talked about the bezel, as I've already talked about the bezel, it's just an 18 karat yellow gold fluted bezel. It's a fixed bezel. As the name states, Day-Date 36. This is a 36mm style watch. So from my index finger to my thumb here, that's 36mm in diameter. Side profile view of it, it actually doesn't sit too high off the wrist. Will fit under those suit cuffs, dress cuffs very nicely. One thing I do like to mention is that I do like the high polish from the sides of the case, matching with the sides of the bracelet as well. So you have that nice uniform high polish throughout the whole side of the watch. And of course, for the crown, we have the Rolex crown logo on the crown itself, with two little dots indicating that this is a twin lock and double waterproofness system. We're going to go ahead and move on to the crown functions now. So we're going to go ahead and unwind that crown counterclockwise as shown. In the standard positions where you can wind the watch, about 15 and 20 winds clockwise turns is all you need to get the watch started once more. Pulling the crown out to the next position will allow you to adjust the date by going clockwise, and then the day at the 12 o'clock position by going counterclockwise. So once again, date by going forward clockwise, and date at the 12 o'clock position going counterclockwise. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pull the crown out to the final position. That's going to stop the seconds hand. As you see, I've stopped it right after the 7 o'clock position. That allows for precise time settings, such as to an atomic clock online. You can set it down to the exact seconds, and then you'll be able to move the hands bi-directionally as you'd like to set the time. So I'm going to move it back to the 10 at 2 here. Pressing the crown back in, we'll start that seconds hand once more, and always make sure to screw the crown nice and tight in against the case, as you want to keep your watch water resistant. Specifically for this Day-Date watch, it follows a water resistance of 100 meters or 330 feet. Moving on to the bracelet now. So the special thing about Day-Dates is that it comes on a president style bracelet. A president style bracelet is kind of like if an oyster bracelet and a Jubilee bracelet had matched together. You have a three three-piece style links. They're half circle links, so a little bit rounded. We have a nice brush finish on the outer of the three-piece links with these nice mirror finish down the whole center of the bracelet. And you can see that matches all the way throughout. Tapers from the lug all the way, tapers from the lug down to the back of the bracelet, so it keeps a nice proportional view overall. And I'll actually go ahead and pull that away from the camera a little bit so you can actually see that watch in proportion, as you can see. So it doesn't look like the strap doesn't fit the size of the case head. And then back to the back of the clasp is only interrupted by the Rolex crown clasp right here. You can see with the Rolex crown, you actually pull it from the top, and it reveals the clasp blades, nicely high polished, all in 18 karat yellow gold. I'm going to actually want to zoom in so you can actually see the Rolex engraving on that clasp. Looks absolutely gorgeous. It's absolutely perfect. So we're going to close that up. I'm going to zoom back out now. If you're not interested though, if you're thinking this is not enough for you, this full 18 karat yellow gold bracelet doesn't feel like it's enough for you, well, you actually have a new option that Rolex introduced with this watch, which is a pave styled bracelet with diamonds. So straight down the middle, instead of having this high polish, you can get full set diamonds all the way throughout the whole bracelet, while still keeping the brush finish on the outer edge. So if you're looking to spend a little bit more, even more than what you were looking to spend on a day-date present, that might be an option for you. Alright, so moving on to the movement now. The movement is housed in this oyster style case backing with a nice brush finish on the back case back with a nice high polished bordering around it. The movement itself is an in-house made Rolex movement within Swiss specs. It's a perpetual mechanical self-winding movement. It's a 3255 calibered movement, precision of -2 + 2 seconds a day, which of course Rolex always boasts about. Their dial text, you can see at the 6 o'clock position the superlative chronometer officially certified, saying that they're within Swiss specs. The movement functions is of course for the hour, minute, and seconds hand, but also instantaneous changing of the date, the date and the day using the crown functions as I've shown you, and also stopping of the seconds hand for precise time setting. The movement also has a paramagnetic blue parachrome hairspring, which helps aid in resistance against magnetism, so your watch won't get magnetized, or has a lower chance of getting magnetized, as if when a watch does get magnetized, it causes it to run erratically. Usually it causes it to run much faster. The shock absorbers have been updated, as Rolex has been trying to update their movements with more in-house made parts. So they've done away with the KIF shock absorbers, moving on to their own Paraflex shock absorbers, which they claim absorbs 50% more shocks than the industry standard KIF shock absorbers. The power reserve has increased as well to a 70-hour power reserve. So we're looking to put this watch down a Friday evening, pick it back up on a Sunday afternoon or a Sunday evening, and it'll be keeping time just fine. Of course, that does confuse some people when I do mention power reserve. Just to clarify, the power reserve of the watch is how long the watch can keep running on its wind, or with the usual inertia from movements of your wrist to keep the watch wound. If this is talking about strictly if you put the watch down, you don't pick it up for a few days because you're just not feeling like you want to wear it, then that's the time that you have before it basically stops. It stops keeping track of time, and then you have to wind the watch as I've shown you with the crown functions, and just keep it going with your wrist movements. But of course, if you're buying a big luxury watch like this, you probably have a watch winder. If you don't know what a watch winder is, a watch winder is basically you place the watch on this little ball that just continuously shifts the watch around to keep the inertia, similar to mimicking your wrist movements, to keep the watch going. So you can just pick it up off the watch winder and go about your day. But besides that, we're going to go ahead and try this watch on. So we're going to go ahead and locate that concealed flowing crown clasp. Open that up. Close that up. And there we are. So there we are. 36mm day-date watch. I have an average man size wrist of a 7-inch wrist, and you can see that 36 actually looks fairly nice on my wrist. It doesn't look too small. The President bracelet looking absolutely beautiful with its half circular links, that mirror finish to bring a nice shine to the whole overall of the bracelet, and of course the high polish is used throughout the whole watch, on the case, on the fluted bezel. As I mentioned, you can see as I sort of tilt it around in the light box, you can see the sort of dancing of lights from the bezel and the dial itself. So if you're interested in this watch or any other watch for the lowest possible price, check out our website, jazztime.com. We have the lowest prices guaranteed, and if you like our video, please like, comment, subscribe below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys soon.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.